Alright, let's not forget to set the status. There it is. It feels nice to be like not dual streaming anymore, especially because I know I'll be able to save the VOD without necessarily keeping the music. That does feel nice, especially because I feel like I'm gonna be using some of this for editing. So that does feel nice. I can mute this. It's been a while. Where is it? Oh, there's. As usual. Run the ads. Oh, there's nothing going on. We're just in the starting soon. The peak is coming soon. Not a lot of writing as much as I would like to do it. I've just been falling behind when it comes to working on the school, so I might as well fix that. Honestly, it doesn't feel like it's gonna be all that bad. Like, it's gonna take a while, but it's not gonna be that bad because I feel like I've gotten most of what I need resource wise. For now, I think it's mainly gonna be flooring today. Do wish despite the fact that I fixed a lot when it comes to VR mounts, I still am not able to place blocks on hover mounts. I think that's gonna be coming soon. Like, I think I kind of know where I need to look, so I'm gonna try looking into that. Honestly, it feels nice to be able to stream again, especially on here. Something that I've missed. May said peak is not yet. Peak is coming. I don't know when actually, because right now I still cannot fly on. I cannot place blocks while on hover mounts. So like that would be peak building, but we are not there yet. Soon, hopefully. I do know potentially, like more or less where I need to look to fix that, but the specific spot is not as obvious as the previous stuff. It's really not. Well, first of all, I feel like it's in multiple layers of multiple layers of like jank. Because I think I know where the issue lies, but it's really hard figuring out where that happens. So I did take some time this morning to make the building playlist. Trinity School building playlist. Let's start that now that we're out of starting soon. Oh yeah, and to make sure I don't get scolded, start the replay. Today it's mainly gonna be flooring. So stack number 1. I'll say being able to fly way more conveniently is so nice. Like yesterday, I spent some time testing the tweaks I made to the flying mounts just as an did material delivery from my base to here just as an excuse to test it. And honestly, I think I fixed birds. Like, I think there's nothing there might be a thing or two I could probably still tweak, but for the most part, I don't think I really have much to change. Most mounts, I think, are basically there. I think the main ones are the jets and dolphins. I probably have a few minor tweaks I need to do for the rockets too, but I did not really care all that much. Because it is not a surprise. Like, it's nothing new that it's not. Hi Pancake, how are you doing? It's really not new that like after flying for a while, the Goldberg just starts going in circles. It's honestly why Blastoise is not even really usable. So I did say I'm shiny hunting today. It's nothing specific. I'm just placing triple starf and hope that luck smiles our way. Now I did place a bunch of basalt in here. I also need, where is it? Multimeter. Oh, we jailed a horse. Cool. Yeah, I saw earlier in logs. I also hope I'm lucky because I'm overdue, honestly, at this point. I'm really overdue for a shiny. I need to remember. Okay, I know that there's like cracked tiles for sure that I'm using. Which other ones? Laid for sure. Do I use tiny? I think I might use tiny. Not massive bricks, not polished. The flooring is going to be such a pain to recreate. I think I might use offset. Yeah, I picked up cracked already. Where's... Do I use rounded? I don't think I use rounded. Did I use flat? Probably. Small, almost certainly. I'm looking for laid because I'm pretty sure I used those. Let me just check the material list. Requires switching to desktop for a little bit. This one, material list. Because I know that the floor is all basalt. Small, laid, tiny, cracked. Okay, it's mainly those. Small, laid, tiny, cracked. Okay. I do need to keep this close. Let's see if I can recognize my bricks. This one was a misclick. Okay, I think yeah, pretty sure this one is cracked. Yes, I'm gonna try to recreate it as faithfully as the original. Whoops. It's so hard to tell where everything is. Okay, pretty sure those are tiny. Which one did I say I used outside of those? Oh yeah, laid. For sure it was like mainly those 4. I think this might be, yeah, that is small. Okay, that one is tiny, that one is small. One is also small. I think this one is tiny. Yep. One is which small. Is that laid? Nope. Whatever. Especially for those like that one where it's mostly hidden, I'm not gonna be that picky. I think it's, yeah, that one is definitely cracked. So I need to be careful about that part in particular because it's not like there's floor right underneath. It's just a big hole. This is the one. This is the one. Where are they? This is the one. I really love to make my life hell every once in a while. Which one of those is that? I think it's this one. Nope. Okay. Might be tiny, actually. Take a look at the upper half of Tiny. Yeah, I think it might be Tiny. Yep. This is how I'm gonna learn all 4 of those patterns with one glance. I can tell. Okay, not this. Yeah, this one. I'm gonna call it now. I'm gonna find a shiny way quicker than I think. Now it's not a Pokemon I'm looking for. It's gonna be quick. Hi, Sai. How are you doing? I'm finally working on the school again. Finally have some time to work on it. I must have been excited to work on it. It's been so long. Probably should have gone for a more repeatable pattern. Although honestly, it really shouldn't feel like I'm in a rush to finish it. Pietroforte might be the one. Like, which type of Pietroforte again? I think it's Ochre Pietroforte that I might need. Outside of that, I think I've got everything I need for a good while. At least from what I remember, I should have most of them. At worst, I was going to use it as an excuse to go away, like, pretty far into the resource gathering areas, because I still haven't been, since those have become a thing. Because, like, before I started working on it, I made sure I had most of the materials I knew I needed. So I'm good for the most part, but there's still a few, like that I mentioned. Like the Pietroforte that I don't really have. At least from what I remember. Not at the school, but I go back to Prelude pretty frequently. It's not far. And like most of my stuff is still mostly set up in Prelude until this is taken care of. And not gonna lie, my mailbox here might be very hard to find on purpose. When I'm gonna make it. We're gonna see. It's gonna give people a reason to use to make sure that Hazzy is the one delivering the letters. At least that's part of why I want to make it hard to know where it is. I'm gonna make sure that she's got a job. Oh no, I did not. I remember hearing about the fact that we had different mailboxes, but I did not know about that. Wow. We really stole... we really got Hazzy out of a job, huh? That's tragic. Can't believe she got her job stolen from her. You know what? Can I not use the new ones out of protest? Is that possible? I'm still, you know what? I'm still not gonna use the new ones out of protest. Actually, I might not. I don't know quite yet. Because I think it might be funny. Okay, can I tell which block it is from those few pixels? Oh wait, it's more pixels than I thought. Okay, never mind. This might be way easier than I thought. Yeah, this is definitely tiny. This is 2. And there we go. True. Although, to be fair, in this case, it would not even be challenging for me. It would be challenging for Hazzy. We're gonna see how committed she wants to be with the mail delivery. Because if she wants a chance for the commitment, yeah, I'll support it. Can I tell which block this is? This one? Oh, I think it's this one. Yep. Yeah, at this point it feels like it is my signature to just overcomplicate things. Is this the one? Yeah, that's the one. Oops. Oh, right. We're sleeping through nights. I was in the middle of forgetting to. Are we? I don't know if we are. Okay, not gonna lie, the floor looks like despite the fact that I'm basically going like as meticulous as I can, it doesn't feel like it's gonna take too long looking at how this is going so far. Which honestly, not complaining. I'm not complaining. I'm kind of relieved, if anything. Because it's not like I'm gonna be... I feel like this is gonna be a quick endeavor. And to be fair, compared to taking down the pyramid, anything would feel fast now. Yeah, after the pyramids, I feel like anything would feel fast. Oh, looks like they're like, I don't know if it's just that the snacks are taking a while or if we're just in a position where they're not taking bites. Oh, I think it might just be luck. Except maybe, no, okay, it's just luck. This one hasn't taken any bites yet, because if the one above did take bites, it means that this one definitely would. I do not expect it to be super quick to go through, though, because of the fact that I'm just basically kind of making the place more and more enclosed, so they don't really have a lot of room to just escape the radius. But honestly, it's not too bad. But yeah, no, like at this point, I'm not even making it challenging for myself. I'm making it challenging for Hezi. Which is funny. I get to subject people to like 10% of what I have to go through. But again, like if it's not something that, like if she'd rather have it the more convenient way, sure. But otherwise, I'm gonna make it inconvenient for everyone else for this, just for both of our sakes. Which, you know what? Actually, that would be way funnier. Actually, no. Yeah, if I word it like that, I think the Hezi would be so down. She would be someone who'd be down for some kind of innocent chaos like that. If anything, that's what she lives for. Oops. Building this is gonna be such a pain, though. This is gonna be suffering. Without the hover mounts working yet. Because I don't have those working yet. I don't think it's gonna take too much longer, but until then, yeah. It's gonna be an experience. I think this is the one? Yep. Cool. Oops. Oh, that makes sense, yeah. It's also a bit weird because, like, I know it's not the case for a lot of other people, but for me, like, it feels like I'm so close to Prelude that for the most part, it's not even a big deal to just go back to Prelude. Like, even before I got the more convenient travel, it still never really felt like a big endeavor going back to Prelude. Because unless I'm wrong, I'm probably the person like outside of Prelude who's closest to Prelude. By design, obviously. Which, thank God, honestly. Thank God I asked for something close before I got access to proper mounts. And I think I might lean this a bit more towards that side, just so it makes it a bit easier for Pokemon to escape, because like that whole way is basically all closed off. Jets and dolphins from having oh you mean like distance wise? Yeah, basically. Like I think my kill watch roll is not even maxed out, and I'm like 2 stamina bars away. Like, I never struggled when I had Golurk with just start on Golurk, run out of stamina, switch to Arcanine for the rest. Okay, give me a stack of Tiny. Thank you. Cracked, I have not used that much, but I can get another stack of Small. Then another stack of... I can change this one for Late. Yeah, like for me especially, like character-wise, like it makes complete sense because, yeah, if I'm running the school, like I want it to be accessible, and Prelude basically being the center of it all makes it way too logical to be there. And it's basically similar story with Atori's lab. I still have no clue where your spot is, Mason, honestly. Like, I feel like I've probably seen it, but just completely forgot where it is. Or I might not have seen it in general. And that's why I don't remember seeing it. Like, I remember hearing that, yeah, you're very close. But not the exact spot. Because, like, the thing is, especially for me, it was just... I compare to a lot of the other builds that, like, the other areas I've seen, like... Yeah, I get why people want specific biomes. In my case, I don't really care which biome I'm in. That also helps. Like, it's gonna work no matter which biome I'm in, although some of them it makes less sense. Like, a great example is where you, like, the archipelago that you guys are at, Sid and all of you guys are in, like, that would just not make sense for a school to be at. Especially what's supposed to be, like, the main trainer school. Like, it's really just, like, accessibility that's, like, the main factor for logical reasons. Also, very ironic side that you want privacy when your whole thing is snooping around, sneaking into, snooping in all people's business. The irony is not lost on me. And making this cool accessible means more wallets I can empty. obviously not a lot from the when it comes to the pond, because it's not like there's a lot of wallets that have stuff in it that are not empty already. Not gonna lie, it's not like I'm gonna actively hunt for it. So I'm gonna actively hunt for it, but out of the ones out of the Pokemon I've seen here, it would be really nice if I got a shiny Ponyta. That's a cool one. Wait, where's my sleeping bag? Am I just blind? I failed to pick it up. I put it in my backpack. Oh, I did put it in a backpack. This one. This Ponyta. The Cantonian. I don't even remember what the Galarian one looks like as a shiny. Yeah, I love the blue flames. Like, it's so weird to say because like I love shiny Rapidash, but I'm still disappointed because I like the Ponyta colors more. So it just feels like, oh, I wish it kept the same colors, but like the silver flames is also still so cool. I agree, Sai. I think it might just be nostalgia talking for both of us, but I agree. But yeah, I don't remember what the color looks for the shiny Galarian Ponyta if I've ever seen it. Hi, Launch. How you doing? We're waiting for sleep time. And also working on this cool. Like, I'm looking and I'm realizing, like, this. I think that this is just a very, very old schematic. I thought I'd have more recent schematics than that. Like, I thought that the central part was more recent. And also, it's not like it's gonna be that big of a deal. It's like right now I'm mainly trying to work on the part that I'm currently working on. It has not really changed all that much. Although I kind of would have liked working on the entrance, and I thought I did include the entrance. Although not gonna lie, it might even be there. It's just that actually it probably is. But my schematics are such a mess that I probably just don't remember what I named the correct schematic. If I had to guess. Like, it really doesn't help that I usually make a minor mistake with a lot of them, and then I'm just, okay, what did I actually name it? And then, okay, I need to rename it because I accidentally got the wrong spot. This is tiny, this Laid. Oops. Like, this was not that I did not recognize the block, it's just that I can't see where my crosshair is. Oh! Shiny what? Oh, Pidgey. Cool. I thought I'd find one quicker than I thought. That was pretty quick. That's actually pretty quick. Oh, there it is. I need to get a catcher ready at some point. That's what I'm realizing right now. I did have a Smeargle that was in the middle of leveling, now that I think about it. That I'm probably going to have to spend. Okay, now I need to switch to desktop for a second so I can take a screenshot. There we go. Screenshot saved. I forgot. Can we already ride on Pidgeot, or is that coming next update? Because I feel like I remember seeing Pidgeot being rideable soon. Or already. I don't remember. Or I might be completely wrong on both. But I had the impression it was coming, or already here. Whoops. No, that's not the one. Is that the one? Oh no, that's my... Nope. Or I think that might be cracked. Nope. I'm gonna get the right one eventually. Is it? I'm pretty sure it wasn't this one though, but I feel like it. Oh, it is. Oh, I might have accidentally misclicked then. That was fairly quick. So, like I said, I did learn a lesson from camp. When building, place those. Place snacks. It pays off. Lessons from the pyramid. Also, pyramid's bad. That's also another important lesson from camp. It was fake pyramid's bad. Good, a real pyramid's good. You think that there's a conspiracy theorist out there who does believe that the pyramids were placed by aliens and uses that as an excuse to try to take them down? Why is it not letting me place? Why am I not able to place it? Oh. Hop on. And honestly, that is a valid reason when I think about it. That would be a valid reason to take them down. I believe in you, conspiracy theorist. Yeah, nothing's gonna spawn for a bit. That's for sure. One quick look just says it all. Way too much of a crowd. You know what? I think I might still do a bit of cleanup here. That is a few too many. And anyway, honestly, whenever I'm a bit low on food, so that's a good way to get some food. Like, not excessively low. I think I might have way more than I think in my backpack. Although not a lot cooked. And also, I feel like there's so many that there's stuff that's not spawning because of it. Now let's keep going. Okay, yeah, now let's just go in this direction. Oops. Yeah, the aim is always a bit weird. Yeah, I do play every once in a while. Welcome. Yeah, actually, I was probably gonna stream it on Thursdays because, like, I'm still signed up for the Rumblebee lessons, but I have not been playing too much recently because I was busy with an event called Camp Cobblemon. But now that I'm done with that, I've been wanting to play Rumble more recently. I did not expect that video to still show up, still being recommended. That's cool, though. Still, in my opinion, the best video I've made. Rumble is such a cool game. Like, I cannot stop praising it. And Shoeless. It also doesn't help that, like, because of how hard playing, like, it's like how precise the game tends to be, or relatively precise. If my VR equipment is not just, oh, nice. Do you play yourself or just watching? Because, like, obviously I know that, like, it's not like everyone has a VR headset. And it is honestly a bit daunting at first to play, but, like, once it starts clicking, it feels so satisfying. Like, I would say that I still haven't seen another game that feels like it's really unique. I don't think I've ever played a game that plays the same. Hi, Plasma. How are you doing? Wait, is it nighttime already? Oh, looks like it is. Oh, right. I don't have the right backpack on. Oh, yes, it's way better now. Especially since the Quest release, it's way better. And, like, I'm gonna guess that you're talking about it because of, like, the whole Shoeless video, but no, you don't really struggle finding matches. You really don't struggle finding matches anymore. Like, obviously, sometimes you do have to switch servers depending on which time of the day you're playing. Which, obviously, because, like, if I was playing Rumble right now, despite the fact that I'm from NA, I would not be playing on USC, so I'd be looking for matches in Europe because at this time of the day, yes, the servers are a bit dead for USC. So then and then the few people who are from NA know that, so they don't queue in USC. So you end up just having to queue in Europe. Like, yeah, basically as long as you're picking the right servers, you don't really struggle with finding a match. I started playing before the Quest release, but especially with the Quest release, it's been way better. But even before that, it wasn't that bad. Like, I never really struggled all that much. Like, obviously right now it's going to be more active because a lot of people don't have school. But even when school starts again, it tends to be fine. Like, I think the only time I remember it being a bit quieter was like around Christmas, but I think it was just because like a lot of people were grinding for the tournament, like that you watch a video about, and quite a few people just needed a bit of a break. Like, the main thing I'd recommend, like joining, like if you're picking up this Rumble, the main reason why I'd recommend joining Discord though is just to learn tech. Because like their community is so helpful. It helps a lot with picking up the game quickly. And even without necessarily learning tech, like a lot of minor things like how to optimize your movements for hit combos and stuff like that, ways that different people optimize theirs. Because like I tend to play ambidextrous. Honestly, I think that quite a few of the more advanced tech becomes way easier. I learned from someone named Rhyme how to take advantage of it even more. Because he also plays ambidextrous, and he was telling me like, oh yeah, this move, if you do it right-handed and do the other one left-handed, it becomes way easier. And like, I won't lie, I am not the most technical player. I am not the fastest, far from it, but there's one move that's known for like basically being a speed execution test. They call it the strupper kick, which is straight uppercut kick. And because I do the uppercut one-handed and the kick the other, it becomes I'm able to pull it off somewhat consistently. Which normally I would not be able to. Like if I was doing it with one hand, I don't think there would be any way I'd be able to do it. Otherwise, like, you don't need to join to be able to play. You don't need to join a Discord to be able to play. Not anymore. Honestly, it does build up, and the thing is, I would say that, like, it becomes a bit of a bell curve where at first, as you're still learning the moves and figuring out like how to do moves correctly without exerting yourself as much as you need, like while you're still overexerting yourself, it feels way more exhausting. Then there's a point where you figure out how to optimize your movements better, so it just isn't as bad. And then if you're a meta player, because of the faster pace, then it becomes exhausting again. That would be the best way to describe it. But like, if you're more of someone who's like more of a flick or style player, you don't necessarily get that exhausted. I tend to be like my playstyle tends to be way more exhausting than average because I tend to just physically dodge a lot. So that does require way more endurance than most people. But it's really just my own decision for that. I find it fun. It's usually... I do not really have any reason not to... I'm not really going to change it. Because, like, it's really... Yeah, it's just fun. And the fact that, like, not a lot of people necessarily do it just shows that, like... I started doing that fairly early on. During, like, me picking up the game. And... once again, another player that does it was Rhyme, so it was just, okay, I have a lot in common. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I don't, if you're playing dodge heavy, for sure, but for most people, not necessarily. Like, most people, I think that is also one of the reasons why you don't necessarily see dodge heavy playstyles all that much. Because, yes, that does require more space. Space that people do not necessarily have. Like, I'm lucky to just play in a very big unfinished basement. So I do have the room for it. But also sometimes, it's a double-edged sword, because a lot of the time while dodging, you might just put yourself in a position where you can't summon structures anymore because of the way it works. Wait. Oh, okay. I see what block it is. This is not. This is going to be a something. Like, it's still basalt, but it's a different type. This is coming along fairly well, honestly. Like, I thought the floor was going to take longer, especially because of the fact that I went with, like, almost random pattern, and I thought that figuring out which blocks are which would take longer. But yeah, like, if you're thinking about it, I would say get it at worst. Potentially wait for a sale. Like, I waited for the Steam Summer Sale before buying it. Like, it's not like you're gonna save too much, but yeah, I'd say it's worth trying. Like, it is one of those games where I would, like, it's for what it offers, it's really worth the price. And there's really no other game like it. Don't think I've seen it. Like, it's big. At least if you've ever wanted to, like, if you've ever been curious about playing in VR, like, this is probably the main VR game that I've played where I thought, yeah, okay, this is what VR was invented for. But yeah, like, the issue is just, yeah, it is. It does get exhausting, and also just depending on how hot it is, like, you often want to take a shower after. So, like, you can't just necessarily pick it up, play whenever. Like, this, yeah, I'm playing in VR, but, like, it is really not that demanding. Like, I can just play it and just say, okay, yeah, I'm fine when I'm done. But with Rumble, yeah, no, I do usually need to take a shower after. But again, like I said, it's really, like, my playstyle does not help with that. And I tend to play like, if I play against a sweat, I enjoy playing against a sweat. I'm that kind of guy. Like, a lot of, like, I would say, like, with Rumble, like, you tend to be 50-50 on if someone wants to be a tryhard or just want a style. I'll play along with someone who wants to style, even though I will say that, in my opinion, I'm not really that flashy. like, I still want to learn flick at some point, but I do not know flick stuff. I can sometimes do some cool explode stuff, but not really for the most part. Like, I tend to be an explode player that just goes for efficiency more than anything. Like, and the main flashy thing is mainly my dodging, if I had to say, like. Because I do tend to go pretty extreme with it, especially if it's against someone who styles. Like, I just let them do their thing and then just try to dodge it, because like, I think it's just fun for both sides. I feel like flick would be something that I'd probably enjoy if I took the time to learn it. Wait, this thing could spawn here? And I didn't even know it could spawn. It's like, not here. Oh wait, there might be a ruin not too far from here, I think. And basically describe it like, a lot of people tend to go for like, some people, I could probably describe Rumble as like one of two categories: people who are basically trying to win no matter what, and then people who are just trying to play for style points. Like, assuming that you've watched that you've watched a bit of Rumble, you've probably heard of Shoeless. Like, Shoeless is probably like the main example of style. And like, it's a lot of like more flight based, not necessarily just flight based, but it is like a good example. Wait, what is that? Oh, it's not so. Okay, that's tiny layered instead of just tiny. And yeah, and as you could tell, like, I don't know if you've watched the whole video I made, but yeah, you don't even need to be good to really have a good time with the game. It just feels good. Like, actually, I don't even know if I'd say way better back then. Like, I feel like in some aspects I'm worse, but overall I'm a more complete player. Like, I think I was, ironically, I was faster at the end of that video, and like, I think that was my peak when it comes to my, like, play game speed. But I was still not, I would still say that, like, I improved since. It's just, like, better understanding of the game means that, like, I could do more with less speed. It also helps that, like, I don't know if it's still the case as much because I haven't played as much since the Quest release, but at least when I started, when someone sees that you're new, they're not necessarily going to let you win, but they're going to adjust so that, like, it feels like you're still playing the game. Like, they're not going to just bully you and not prevent you from playing the game. Again, like I said, I have not played much since the Quest release. And also, I'm not at the point where I was, like, even if I was playing quite a bit, like, it's not like I would be new. Like, usually the most experienced players in that sense will not really change on that front. If anything, they're gonna just... It's very common. Oh yeah, okay. You watched the shoeless match. Like, he's the reason why I got the game. And honestly, such a good storyteller. And honestly, also great guy. Great guy. You get the impression that he's a good guy from watching his videos, and then you actually talk to him, and then you realize that, oh my god, no, he's just that. That's just who he is. But it's not even rare when you're new that while you're fighting someone who's way more experienced than you, they're just gonna interrupt. Like, they're gonna interrupt the fight and just say, "Oh yeah, do you know how to do this? Yeah, if you do this like that, like they're just gonna straight up teach you." Like, if they notice that you're at a level where you might not know something that's actually very helpful to know, yeah, they're just gonna teach you mid-match. They're gonna they're gonna say pause, and then, yeah, here, try this. And I think that helps it, like, why? Because of the fact that we know it's hard to pick up. When we run into someone new, and that most of us did get that kind of help, we just go, yeah, no, we're gonna... It's basically, they're paying it, people pay it forward, and then you're just... There's a moral obligation in a good way that, yeah, no, I also want to... Like, the only thing you're supposed to do in exchange for the help you got as a new player is to help the next generation of players. Which is cool. Yeah, like, as much as I haven't been able to play it, much of it recently, I want to play it again. So I think the funniest thing I ran into a month or two ago was Vert released, like, Virtuositas, like, one of the guys running the server released a video, and I was in there for a bit. No problem. And then he released a video that one of the comments was, wait, this Jean-Marc guy sounds familiar. Wait, that's the guy who beat Shoeless. And I'm like, wait, I was actually recognized for Rumble. This is so cool. Especially, like, something I did not expect to be recognized for Rumble. Yeah, I will probably need to adjust a look. Well, actually, this corner might be a better spot for this next batch of snacks. Maybe. Because, like, I feel like they're based on what I remember from when I was working on the pyramid in Camp Cobblemon, like, this distance, even if I was gonna start to work on, like, this part, they should still detect. Yeah, if you've got any questions about the game, feel free to ask. Like, I think the main thing that is a bit annoying, and that too much, is since the quest release, there's been a bug where normally when you play, your hands automatically close when you do a pose. And normally, like, no matter the hand. But since the quest release, it doesn't close anymore if you do it with your left hand. And like I said, I play like ambidextrous. And I'm naturally left-handed. It's like a lot of the poses feel more natural if I do it left-handed. But if I cannot even get any visual feedback, means that like if my pose is slightly off, I can't even tell how to fix it. So I don't know, now think about it, I'm surprised there hasn't been a mod to fix that. And if that's my main complaint, like, there's definitely going to be more complaints, but like that is probably my main one. It's really niche. Like, I will not try to claim that it's anything but quite niche. Oh yeah, and the other complaint that a lot of people have is that the updates tend to be a bit slow. Which is to be a bit expected, considering that they're a team of 4 working on it. It's like, obviously, they can't. It's not like they have the same resources as AAA studios. I feel like they would have included it in the patch notes if they did. It's like, I was very excited looking at the patch notes, hoping that I would see something related to it, but I did not see anything. At least not yet. Yeah. But at some point, you just build the muscle memory so it doesn't matter too much. Although sometimes you just try to over optimize a bit, then then that's when the mistakes start coming in. There we go. Okay, I have to be very careful with this part of the floor. Because I know it's very easy for me to fall from this point on. So which one am I missing? Small, cracked, small, tiny. Okay, I have a lady here, and I think that was, yeah, that was it. So you know what? We can just do this to make sure I don't fall. Small. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I should later this week. Like the main issue is really just like it's one of those games where you kind of need to commit, like in the sense of, yeah, okay, I don't need to leave. It's not something that you can play and then just drop while having to do something like go to work immediately after or school. That's probably the main issue of like streaming it. Like I have to make sure I have nothing else that day, or that I end it early enough. At least for me, because like I said, that's the kind. But I should be playing it Thursday. I don't have work after, and while I'm starting school again, it's an early day. So like I'm home fairly early, and then I can just rumble after. But yeah, thank you for checking the stream out. Yep, from now on, every other Thursday is Rumble Thursday. Because I work every other Thursday, but not this week. Actually, just no more Thursdays this month, though. Oh. I do have... You know what? I can drop, yeah. Okay, yeah, I do have plenty of basalt. Let's go with this. Small. Laid, tiny, cracked. Right, cracked. This one can also be... Oh, I can change this one to tiny. This one also to small. Say a stack of laid. I can fly. This still never get... That doesn't get old. Possibility of flight. Still feels like a miracle. Like I said before, miracles don't just happen. You make them happen. Hi. Yeah, sure. Like, right now it's mainly just exploring, nothing too serious, Welmer, because Kilowattrel, Dragonite, because like otherwise for a more serious one, I do not have one on here. And then I've got Pichu and Fletchling on my shoulders. Because basically, most of the mounts do not work in VR. The only ones that did were land mounts, rockets, and hover mounts. So I personally changed the code of a lot of how the mounts work for VR and got a lot of them working. And so a lot of them currently... on this server, we all have a custom starter, and the one I picked was Growlithe, the Arcanine that you currently see here. This was my starter. Yeah, we did not have access to the regular starters instead. Hey, I'm building the trainer school. Because on here, like, basically we all have different roles on the server. On here, I'm the teacher of the trainer school. Oops. Fail. Normally, this would not be possible. I am the only person in the world who currently can fly on bird mounts in VR. And I'm not really, like, I'm planning on releasing it publicly, but right now there's a lot. Like, my code is not clean right now. It breaks. Like, to make this work, I broke flying in desktop. I broke flying in desktop to make it work in VR. And I'm gonna fix that eventually, but right now I'm mainly making sure that it does work smoothly and properly before I just submit the changes and bother, like, making it work as it like making it cleaning up the code. Nope. Oh. I just realized I was responding to a message I already responded to. I don't even remember if we even... No, I don't think we ever had the starter selection screen on this server in the first place. Cool. Go. Sick. Yeah, I did remember, like, the custom data pack, but, like, I forgot if, because, like, I'm pretty sure there is an option to turn it off, and I figured I didn't remember if, like, the screen just never showed, and I just did not remember it showing up. I had the impression I just never did. On purpose, obviously. Is this the right one? No. Wait, which one is... Okay, yeah, no, it is tiny. I'm looking from too close that it starts just not looking like anything now. Okay. This... How far do I have to go before this is safe? Like, before I no longer have to risk falling. It really is starting to not look like anything to me. Oops, that one I just was aiming at the wrong one. Oh, I know what I could do, actually, to just prevent more confusion. Just start... Oh. Let me go up, please. What are you stuck on? Okay, I think I see what's going on, maybe. Yeah, okay. Okay, so it is taking bites. That's not something I need to worry about right now. Like, I don't have to worry about, oh no, it's not biting. Good. Okay, I'm gonna start doing this to tell where this part ends. When we get back to solid ground. Okay, which one is... Okay, not this one. Is it this one? No, no, it's 4 rows. Okay, so probably this one, probably small, yeah. Tiny. This one is laid. This one is small, yeah. Not cracked? Huh. Yeah, it was over. It was that long ago. It is. It's been a while, huh? We've been here for a while. It feels crazy to me that despite that, not that much progress done. At least like on the school. Wow, camp really like this is putting into perspective for me like how much camp took time-wise. Yeah, it really did. And honestly, also to demolish basically like any kind of momentum I had when it came to into videos too. The main bright side, I guess, is the fact that it did help. Like, it probably is one of the main pushes that got me to. Honestly, no, work was probably more of a push. But it did help. I think it was potentially a bit of a push on getting the mounts fixed. Okay, I should get some stuff cooked. Because I also, like, I have a camp video I want to make. And then I also have an Origins video that, like, I've had on hold since camp started. That I think is going to be such a banger. Like, at this point, I can't believe that it's almost been, like, it's been over 4 months since since the tournament that I'm making the video on happened. I go lie, it also doesn't help that I kind of like, I have a camp video I want to finish first because I feel like that one's not going to take that long, all things considered. Then I have that to work on. I also don't want to fall too behind when it comes to the trainer school. And I'm probably gonna make a video about building the trainer school. So yeah, I'm probably gonna be taking a bit of a break on fixing mounts. Probably. Time to ask the question. Looks like we're not gonna sleep, huh? Alright then. Okay. Right. Tiny. Okay, I'm hearing mobs. Now all of a sudden, this sounds less fun. Especially when I'm just blind. Like, I would not mind it personally if it wasn't for the fact that, oh, yeah, rendering. Oh, you're right. Now thinking about it, there is also an option to just make it so that, like, the schematics are a bit more transparent than this. I completely forgot about it. Uh, I also need to remember that I also need to hop on a creative for a bit because there's still, like, at some point, because there's still some stuff I haven't finished about, like, the gardens. I think the building itself I'm done. It's mainly going to be a bit of exterior that I have left. I still need to do that. Okay, from what I remember, I was mostly done with the interior. When I left, it was just, okay, one part of the garden looked a bit awkward. I kind of had to fix that. One more before we can sleep. One more. We're sleeping through. Let's go. But yes, camp did demolish progress. That was kind of why I was trying to get as much done possible before it started, because I figured that was gonna happen, but I did not expect it to be to that extent. Which probably I think it says more about how, yeah, I was not used to IMAN events, because I do remember some people talking about Elimination Island. It does sound like it was a similar level of commitment. Except for a shorter period of time. Well, on that one I mean Elimination Island. Was a shorter time commitment. Yeah, like I did expect. I'm still surprised. Like I can tell that I haven't been building much, uh, especially in VR because like I did, or I'm getting more used to playing in VR because I did expect this to take longer. Like at least like the whole floor, I thought it was gonna take way longer than this. Because like at this point we're almost done. At least for me, that's a bit of a surprise. I thought I'd struggle way more. And again, the floor is the easy part. It's gonna be once I need height that it's gonna become hell. And we even found a shiny, which I didn't like. I did say I expected to find one at some point while building the school. I just did not expect it to be this quick. Like that was a pleasant surprise. First shiny of the trainer school on it. Oops. There we go. For that block in no, not here. Yeah, right here. Any block honestly works because it's not like we're gonna see it. I think I'm gonna mainly focus on like this part. Like this row. Especially because like that part we don't really have anything to connect to. It's going to make our lives a bit easier. Okay, this is one. And yeah, like the main thing I would say also about camp is that because of the fact that there were no hostile mobs, it was much easier for me to start paying attention to the Poke Finder, and now I can actually use the Poke Finder. Because like I do not have to worry about getting killed all of us, like because I'm not paying attention to my surroundings. Now that I'm used to checking it quickly, it's not hard to check it quickly. It's just the habit has been built. Very helpful habit. I'm surprised that this column had like that many cracked into tiny in a row. And you see, I don't question my past self. I'm not gonna act like I did it for a reason. Because basically the whole corridor was built off of vibes. So like it's not like there was any greater purpose behind it. It was just, yeah, okay, I feel like this is how it's gonna look nice. That's how I'm gonna do it. And I think it worked. Like I said, the corridor, like that whole floor works. Really wasn't that deep, but it did not need to. don't know, I feel like it's also something where I did want to learn to just be able to get better at building off a field instead of just really over calculating everything. And now I no longer need to be crawling because we have floor. Now after that, I'm gonna have to decide what I want to work on next. Like here, there's not much I still need to do. There's basically just those stairs, I think, and actually here, but that's not gonna be hard. But for the stairs, I need the Pietroforte. Wait, which floor is that? Is that tiny or cracked? Let me take a look at cracked. I think it might be cracked. Oh, it is cracked. Thank you for the follow, Dueler Lyric. Welcome. Okay. Nope. Oh, I think that's tiny then. Yeah, I don't want to just rush it a bit. And poor aim. Okay, this one that's probably laid. Yeah, that's laid. Same with that one. That one is small. Oh. I want to just try going a bit too quickly. Should also be small. Actually, now think about it. Do I have any cobblestone on me? Yes, okay. I can at least make a furnace or something and cook. The chosen basement. I think I've got a lava bucket somewhere. I think maybe in this backpack. No, not in this one. Definitely not. Do I not? I thought I did. But if I did have one, it would be in this one, but I don't see it. Oh no, there is. But this does work as food. What about besides the leftovers? Sorry, I tend to forget what I say very quickly. This one. This one. This one is laid. Wait, did I? Yeah, I was gonna say, I thought I placed it, but yeah, okay, like the blue border is because of the block above. Okay, those snacks are coming along pretty well overall. Here, cool. Okay, about this. This. Oh, whoops. I did not move quickly enough. Go. This one is, I think, laid? Yep. So, what's everyone up to? Oops. Tiny. Okay, I can move this to like here. That should be okay. Now let's see if people want to sleep. I've learned my lesson. I'm not gonna be the first one to start sleeping. Just I could and probably type if people want to sleep. Anything? Oh, oh, you're, nice. How is that going, Mason? Just regular playthrough, or are you doing a Nuzlocke or something? Fair enough, assassin. Oh god, yeah, that does not sound like a great time. Wait, assassin, how are you all that consistently in danger? Oh, fair enough, fair enough. I mean, just remember, does the virtual console just have the celebrity event? Or are you just using ways to just unlock the event? Wait, pressing escape does... Huh. I'm reading chat bitters. I completely understand the pain. Oh my god. We've got ceiling eaters on the server. Why are people stopping to sleep? Cowards. I'm saying that as if I'm not sleeping because as if the reason I'm sleeping is for any other reason than I'm a coward. But it looks like we're not gonna get to sleep. Yeah, this floor is coming along nice though. Soon I'm gonna need so many tables. Actually, not that many now I think about it, because I only have the table tech at the borders. Hi, Prod, yeah. Yeah, how have you been? Okay, from what it sounds like. Yeah, I've been a bit busy. And also just, we're going back to school. Actually, start Thursday tomorrow. Yeah, what's the question, Prod? What's the question, Assassin? Oh my god. Oh, nice, nice. As I know that it's mostly been the opposite of you going, so well, I say mostly as if, like, I've only known one instance of the opposite. But yeah, nice. Good to see that things have been going well. Oh my god. Good. I would disagree. Assassin, I would disagree. He's a make it rain merchant. It's funnier, but less funny. Because the real matcha gacha merchant would be funnier than that. I did think about it, about if he was a Vicious Ren merchant. I was leaning towards no more than yes. I honestly, maybe more yes than I think. Now I think about it, maybe more yes than not what I was claiming. Yeah, I think he might be. He might be. Small, I should have more. Yeah, I do. Cool. Assault. Okay, let's. These. Okay, so. Laid. Right here. Small. Tiny. And cracked. There we go. Okay, yeah, those. That's basalt, right? Is it basalt or stone? I feel like it's basalt. Now I'm gonna need to decide on which room to work on next. Oh, nice. Congrats on becoming champion. Wait a second. Mason, did you just need to beat Lance or did you need to beat Red for the hunt? And is that the first Lance battle or the second one? I don't know. Wait, why is the music not playing? Or is it playing but just excessively quiet? Okay, it is playing but excessively quiet, it looks like. You embrace your inner 10-year-old. Congrats. Yeah, okay, we are not sleeping. So we have, yeah, more tiny. Here, here. Nice. Oh, oops. Wait, this one was purely placed by accident, but it was the right one. Right, I also need those bricks. Now I think. Oh, not now that I think about it, but now that I'm being reminded. So it feels like there's something off. Did I place one? Oh, this one is actually off by one. That's what's going on. This is the one. This. Okay, quite a bit of. I see. I went simpler here, huh? Okay. Does it make sense? Okay. Oh, I see. Wait, did I not? Okay, that version of the schematic I think just doesn't have the stairs yet. I think that might be it. Go. That's taken care of. Now I basically just need to fill this hole of grass. And, like, the whole floor for here is done, but I don't want to. Alright, I need to remember what this is. Oops. And no, I still do not want to fix the hole. Mainly because I still want to the underground sheep and horse. And access the chest in there. Right, now I just need to figure out what this is. So I can probably just look at the material list. That would be the easiest way. But do I want to go the easy way? Honestly, yeah, I'm feeling lazy. Material, schematic placements. Here, configure, material list, basalt. Overlapping basalt tiles. Yeah, that sounds right. Oh. Oh. Okay, very bottom then. Where is it? Overlapping basalt tiles. There we go. Wait, what did I put here for that to be wrong? think I might have just made one mistake for that. Oh, I think it's sanded, but since everything else is weathered, we're keeping that weathered. It's just gonna keep screaming at me instead. Oops, not this one. Oh. There we go. Okay, now let's just clean some of this up so I can see a bit more easily what's going on. Yeah, okay, not even the interior, the exterior is not done. This is a very outdated version of the schematic. I guess we're gonna terraform for a bit. I think that's the next step. Just filling it up a bit. Yeah, hopefully by next week I'll have fixed the hover mounts. Yeah, actually I did find a Pidgey. Like, during the first stack. How did I get this lettuce? I mean, I'm not gonna complain, but, huh. Yeah, I found a Pidgey during the first stack. And, well, nothing with the second so far. But honestly, that's fine. Like, considering that it was pretty quick to get the first one, there's no wide complaint about not having a second one already. You know, let's dump all of this. And let's get some of this. And we're only at the second stack of snacks. I've got like 10. Okay, I don't need this for now. Actually, wait, now I think about it. Is there such a thing as... Oh, there is. I was wondering if the netherrack can be chipped. Because I did not... I remember that I never used chipped netherrack. Cool. Huh. I don't know why I'm seeing that here. Because as far as I know, it's not like... Oh, right. I think I originally copy-pasted the original... Like, the first classroom, and then we modified it to make this. So, like, I did not really need to care about, like, this whole section. Hello, chicken. Wait a second. Comment a chicken in the hole, a tale as old as time. Yeah, we're taking the chicken into a hole. Has anyone ever heard of that before? No, I'm not making an actual chicken hole, though. Or am I? Come along, chicken. Come into the hole. Wow, the chicken is not going into the chicken hole. That's a bit sad. It's supposed to be your natural habitat, chicken. Oops, I was not trying to fight. Come along, chicken. Come along, chicken. There we go, chicken in the hole. Some tales are meant to be repeated. That was one of them. And anyone who disagrees is wrong. Oh, yeah, you can go back to your Pokeball Kilowattrel. I'll probably need to juice a hover mount. I think the only one I've got is Driftbloom. Cool. Bronze. I don't even know if I've got a Bronzong. Wait, this could be cool to get as a shiny, honestly. I would be down for shiny Cyclizar. Oh. Okay, maybe I withdrew too much basalt. Yeah, I put too much in the chest. And should have kept a bit more. Oops. I feel like this might not be the right biome for another shiny Cacnea. But you know what? I need to put in my bucket list now. You know what? Yeah, I think it's gonna be part of my but I did say I'm gonna do a shiny bucket list. I think I'm gonna have to put Cacnea in it. Like, I feel like I'm legally obligated, and I'm willing to follow the law for this one. That's a good shout. Yeah, at some point I'll go for Cacnea. I'm gonna guess that we're probably not. So, wait. Music is quiet again, I think. Oh, it's Stadium 2. Yeah, I think Stadium 2 is just a bit quiet. But today, I'm probably not getting a Cacnea. I don't think I'm gonna see a shiny Cacnea here. Okay. Honestly, this is not too bad when it comes to terraforming. Like, I've dealt with worse for other parts of the school, so I really do not feel much about this. Oh, oops. Wait, did I really... Oh, okay, no, it's right here. There we go. Yeah, I think it would be really funny to go for one. So I'm so down. Okay. Now this floor is going to take a bit of effort. I think this is... I don't remember which type of Pietroforte this is. I'm pretty sure this is Pietroforte. Maybe Verdant? Probably Verdant, actually. Wait, okay, no, we're not done with the snacks. I might want a few more torches. Do I have any? Oh, I do have some. Okay, cool. Now I can dump this. I do know I need diorite for the floor. Also, where's... Oh, there's the overlapping basalt. Oh god, I see a creeper out there. They're scared of cats, right? Do I have a cat? I do have a cat. Yeah, because I remember that they were scared of something, and then remember that, okay, no, it's not dogs, because that's skeletons. Of the amount of times I was bailed by Arcanine early on, there's no way I'd forget. Oops, that's not... There we go. It's on the opposite end. I feel like it's getting a bit too close for my liking. Oh, right. I remember what I was trying to do. Yeah, I did take care of it that side. I guess I'm gonna clean up a little here. Go. Alright, I did not place them yet. Is that cobblestone? Like, I know that this part is most definitely diorite. Check your diorite tiles. I'm pretty sure it's the name. Oh, that's Pietro Forte, not diorite. Where is it? Not block of iron. Do I not have diorite? Oh, I probably put it in there then. Yeah, there we go. I do have some. I need to figure out if that's cobblestone or something else for the other part. Huh? All right, because of the night lighting. Like, why does it look this different? Right, lighting. Okay. I still really like how this room turned out. Like, I think it's one of the ones where I very early on had a vision and it basically just worked. Like, the vision basically worked perfectly with very little adjustments. Like, I think between, like, what it's supposed to be, the theme of the whole school, like, yeah, the whole build theme of the school, I think that it's just... Yeah, it was basically the first part where I just thought, yeah, I nailed it. I just need to figure out which block that is. I don't think it's basalt. Is it? Yeah, I'm gonna have to check cobblestone. I feel like it might be. Maybe not. We'll see very quickly. No, it is. Cool. How are things looking with the snacks? Are we almost through with this tech? Yeah, I'd say that's almost. I need to figure out if this is Jet or Verdant Pietroforte. Because like, I can easily see either one. Okay, now I might as well, since I need to mess with the inventory a bit, let's take a quick look. What do I need? Configure, material list. Okay, looks like this is all Jet. Don't remember what I need for Jet Pietroforte. Okay, if I've got Verdant, okay, 2 coal. That works. I think I have some Verdant. Do I have Verdant? But I think so. Maybe not here though. Is it in this one? No, definitely not. Wait, I can dump this. Been carrying that for way too long. Can dump this. I don't think I've got any Pietroforte. Well, actually, I do have some ivory. Can I turn some? Okay. Let's go back to Prelude. Okay, that direction. I can fly now. This still feels surreal. After so long, this doesn't feel real. I'm still gonna have to spend some time messing with shaders again. I didn't... so far, I think that my favorite one is Lux, but I have no clue how well streaming while using it is gonna handle... like, how well my computer's gonna enjoy it. I mean, we're gonna find out. Because, like, I know that while offline, it was working pretty well. I think I got lost because I did not mean to make it stable, but you know what? Might as well take a quick tour. This was a worthwhile distraction. Table tech. That's the only thing I have to say there. Table tech. Nope, not that direction. That's the school. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, it looks like that this is going to be a bridge. If I had to guess, that looks like a future bridge. I would also say it feels basically impossible to. Okay, I'm gonna need to look into something because I think my computer is handling it fine, but I think it's just like I've got a surge protector, but I think I'm using more power than what the surge protector can just like deal with when I use like quite a few shaders, so I'm probably gonna have to look into that. I probably have to look into where I want to plug it instead. Or just messing with things so that it's not a problem from now on. I think it handles it fine. This is my first time seeing like that part of the river. Or at least that I notice it. Okay, which Pietroforte do I have here? Because I do know I have some. Do I only have like the ivory one? I think I might only have ivory Pietroforte. Alright then. Okay, so that part I'm not going to be working on then. That's fine with me. So that does make me think. I might want to start preparing stuff for like a lava farm because I think I'm gonna have some stuff I'm gonna have to melt. I may. Oh yeah, no, it's actually not that bad. I know I can't. Do I have a camera up? Probably, actually, now that I think about it, probably. Because I remember I did spend some time getting every Pokemon that you can just interact with to get materials from. So probably have something that I can get lava from. No Pietroforte. Okay, so I do not have Pietroforte I can work with for now. It's worth keeping in mind. So like I'm gonna have to go look for materials, which honestly I always expected. Like I knew that I was gonna have to look for at least an ochre Pietroforte. I don't know I would also have to look for jet. Might want to stay a bit closer to the road for nighttime. I'm probably going to be swapping to Arcanine for a little bit until Kilowattrel recovers. There we go. I didn't know that it showed two different schematics and different, like with different colored rectangles. I think it's the first time I see that, or first time I noticed it at the very least. Oh, I do have a good chunk of the second floor in the schematic. I could start working on that then. Actually, I don't hate that idea. That would also mean working on... Okay, late stone bricks is not going to be hard. So are we... Okay, we're not quite done, but close enough. Okay, now it's done. Alright, I'm hearing spiders. Huh. Huh. Okay, pretty sure this is stone. I don't remember which one. I think this might be deep slate. Actually, if I look at the other side, it's probably the same. Yeah, it is deep slate. So let's go pick up some deep slate in here. Can drop the basalt. I can drop... Actually, let's get... where's the deep slate? No, I've got some. Yeah, do I really not have more? Come on. I know I've got... There's no way I don't have more. Oh, it might be back at Prelude. It probably is back at Prelude. Yeah, my guess is I'm gonna have to go back to Prelude for the deep slate, for more deep slate. Because I know I definitely have more. I remember when I went to get some with Matt. You know that most of it, though, is just... I have not moved most of my materials. Okay, so first of all, cobblestone and also some stone. Normally I think that this is weathered. And also tiles. Checkered tiles. For this one I think it's weathered. Look at... I think it... Yeah, that does look like it. Yep. Might have been a long time since I've started working on this, but it doesn't mean I don't remember. It does help that have been. It's not like even if I haven't been on here, it's not like I haven't been using chips. Oh, it's I was like, what is that sound? What are traders? If I didn't have some already, I'd take some dark cherry saplings. And by some, I mean I have quite a lot of them. But yeah, I think I figured out why I can't play. Like, I think I figured out where to search when it comes to getting the hover mounts to let me place blocks. Or to be able to place blocks while on hover mounts. I don't know where exactly to search, but I think I might know what might be related to the issue. Like, if you look at my crosshair, you're gonna notice that it acts the same way as vanilla Minecraft, where it just follows where I'm looking and it just placed on the block itself. Now let me show if I'm on kilowatt roll. Well, you can't really see. Not the best choice. But you don't see a crosshair. If I go through a block, it just... Like, if I try pointing at a block, it's... Okay, let me move forward a bit. You see that I just go through the crosshair just goes through the block instead of just moving to match the block. And I think that that's the issue. I think that figuring out why that happens specifically is how I'm going to fix it. Basically. Like, I think that that's a... Like, understanding where that part of the code happens is going to be how I'm going to be... It's going to lead me to where I can fix it. At least as someone who's not very familiar with the Vivecraft code, I feel like that's probably the main thing I can think of that... Like, the main hint I've got. Out of the possible options, at least that's the most realistic one I've seen. Okay, I think I might go back to pick up quite a bit of deep slate. Because why would I not? Honestly. Which direction again? Okay, like that direction. Yeah, that direction. I need to remember that like the front is basically away from Prelude. Hey everyone, did you know I can fly now? Because I don't think I've mentioned it 1,000 times yet. So I thought I'd mention it. Let's go. Yeah, I should take some time to just move more materials. Especially since I know the chest is mainly there for the scroll materials. The one we were looking at earlier. Just barely dodged a tree. It's still funny to me how that specific house has basically been in construction since the Emporium joined the server. Alright, where is it? There's a deep slate. Okay, now what else? Don't really need this basalt. I really need the mangrove. Do I really need andesite? Okay, the blackstone probably. Now let's head there. Let's head back there. Also know that I want to do more fossil hunting just as an excuse to test more rides. In the moment, pretty satisfied with how the birds behave. I feel like when it lags a bit, feels a bit quirky, but I feel like that's the case with everything. So I'm not really gonna see that as alarming. Okay, now let's hit. Now let's hop on Arcanine for a bit more traveling. Go. Okay. I think Kilowatt will probably recovered enough already. Yeah, this feels so much quicker. It's not even the fastest bird. That's the craziest part. And I'm not even maxed. Alright, I do have... where is it? Where's the deep slate? There. What does it look like again? Is it cut deep slate? No, that's not it. Wait, I can take a look. Taken lead. Okay, yeah, that makes sense actually. Okay. It's only going to be a matter of finding Pietroforte. Like, as long as I've got a Pietroforte, I feel like this room is mostly done. Oops. That was not really how I would have wanted to handle this. Okay. Cool. Okay, that part of the floor is taken care of. Alright, stone. I do have some. Now, weathered. There it is. Cool. And that really shouldn't be much. Cool. Now, I guess I can start working on the walls or something. So honestly, maybe the entrance. I'm trying to remember, what was this? A lade. Okay. Oh. Oh, a second one! What showed up? Wait, is it? Oh, Tello. Oh, that's a nice one, actually. Whoa, don't fly away. Don't fly away. Oh, right. Not this backpack. My Pokeballs are in this one. Which one do I want for this? Do I have something I actually like? Oh, you know what? Friend Ball actually works pretty well. I do like that one. Yeah, second shiny bird today. There we go. Okay, I saw what you put in chat, Yarrow. Now that I can fly, I'm getting... Now that I can fly, I'll get the birds. I'm hearing the complaining about the WIM pods. I'm just gonna say that it's valid. Look, add like the 3.7k from me too into that total. Hunting for a WIM pod is cursed. Okay, which part is... What's next? Oh yeah, I want to see if I can find... Can I find the schematic? At the center... Not west. Maybe west? I feel like this one I should already have. I don't even remember what was one. Okay. Alright, so stream's gonna end there. I'm gonna see if there's someone I can raid. I don't think I see anyone, so I'm gonna end it here for now. Thank you guys. Yeah, I'm probably gonna be back Thursday for Rumble, and otherwise